And we're back. I took the liberty of topping off Alex's mana and health so we'd be ready for the final showdown. Because, I mean, no one really wants to see me going in there. Well, you don't want to watch me. I already saved game. Shush. I have to run around for 3 minutes to top myself off before we get to the good stuff.
Ah, Miss Roivas, you're just in time. The summoning spell I began 2,000 years ago is finally complete. You will now have the honor of becoming the first morsel for my lord, Xel'lotath. An appetizer for the banquet your race shall provide.
You forget what it means to be human, Pious. The human race will never go quietly into the darkness. For as long as you have spent summoning your lord, people have struggled against you. Now, thanks to their efforts, I have 3 of the Ancient's essences. Now, Pious, this is the end!
The end indeed.
And it is now officially on. Pious, being a lich, is effectively immortal. Unless we can destroy his phylactery, there's really nothing we can do. Can you just dispel magic my defenses? He did. See, what we've got going on here is a game of cat and mouse. We run away from him, then whack him in the head with a sword, or if you don't have it, the shotgun works fine. You hit him to get the artifact to reveal itself and refresh his spell. Until we've beaten down the barriers between the living and the dead enough to start doing some real damage. It appears I can't stop him from doing that. Hey, Anthony. There's not much you can do, Pius. You're losing, and Xel'lotath's attacks aren't working. Oh, now we're Mad Max. For science! Oh, too close. She swung normally. Come, Paul. It is time to strike at the darkness. Unlike the last time you tried. That didn't go so well. Well, with the getting stepped on. Alright, it's time to be the most useful you've ever been. Cannon fodder. That did not look comfortable. But yes, Pius is out of phylactery. And his centuries of combat experience that he bragged to Edwin Lindsay about boils down to chase us around and occasionally cast spells. While I miss. Oh, got me that time. That one hurt. Help me, Chattur'gha! You're my only hope! That one would have hurt if it had connected. So that's the thing about the magical attack spell. It's only useful when you're fighting the Black Guardian. Or Pius is using it. Unfortunately for us, Pius actually put ranks in concentration, so we can't interrupt his spellcast. I wonder if I can aim for the head to decapitate him. Yep, tipped us. His area finally wore off. Oh look, he's starting to hobble. spectral image is kind of stuck in the field. Ooh, he felt that one.
Darkness is not so easily destroyed. No, my death is just the beginning.
What have I done?
Quickly, Alex! We must find this creature! It cannot be allowed to remain in this universe!
Yes, Edward gets the last laugh. He's already switched it to Chattur'gha. We're changing it from summon to bind.
Ah, that's the ticket. It is finally over, my dear. The Ancient's plans are finished. For now, at least. You have proved to be an incredibly courageous young woman. Your mother and father would have been proud of you, just as I am. I'm sorry it had to be like this. It's not quite the inheritance I had in mind for you, but there was so little time, and so much to do. Goodbye, Alex. I will miss you.
As I gazed up at the Ancient I had brought into this world to stop Pius, my mistake was made clear. This Ancient could lay the world to ruin just as easily as Pius's would have. And yet, as quickly as it began, it ended. To think that once I could not see beyond the veil of reality, to see those who dwell behind. I was once a fool.
Indeed, yes we do. This is where you save. I wonder who he was. I'll have to look him up. Yes, this was Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. One of the best games on the GameCube. Probably one of the best games, period, just for being unique. despite the fact that it's only unique because Nintendo decided to screw them a bit. I've got a fair amount of bonus content planned, as I've mentioned before. I'm going to be playing through both other paths in the game, in essentially the New Game Plus mode. It doesn't carry over anything, aside from completion, the autopsy reports that Max has recorded. You can get a full journal of all the creatures that he can encounter, as well as the cinematics for each path. That's how I'm going to be showing off the other paths, is mostly just the cinematic playbacks. There are some interesting things I will be showing from the other paths, like the battles with the Black Guardian. And I think I'll show off what the normal Guardians look like, probably through Mad Max's battle with one, because we all like Maximilian Roivas, don't we? But gameplay-wise, it's effectively the same. It mixes up the enemies you get, and of course the order you get the alignment runes in is different, and it affects the game's difficulty. Some people have considered the Xel'lotath route to be the most difficult. It's probably, for someone just starting out at the game, it is the most difficult. But once you know what you're doing, it's not so bad, and you get Chattur'gha alignment first. Pius Augustus defeated General Liche and his many incarnations. And also Xel'lotath, which means he's been talking to himself this entire time. You may notice there that they've got Alex Roivas' voice actor voiced Xel'lotath, and so did Elia. That's because Xel'lotath has the best cutscenes. I'll say that much. You'll get to see them next, probably, because I'm just going to go in dominance order. Since Xel'lotath won this round, it's time to take her down a peg next. She has best cutscenes. Really, she does. And of course, once you've cleared the game all 3 times, and all the ancients have been vanquished, you get to see the game's true ending. Which, for those of you who don't know, I won't spoil it, but everything is canon. That'll make sense once you see what's going on. Boo! No, really, boo. I do think I'll show one last thing here. I'll be pausing once the credits end, and just showing you once we get there. It won't take long, I just need to play through Pius's chapter again. I wonder if it's in I'm just staying like this mode. It's hard to tell because the music's continuing. Only one way to find out. And here we are again. You may notice when it asked us to save, it hasn't actually affected the saved games any. It did, however, make a note to its system file. So when you try to start a new game, yes, we would. Absolutely nothing will change until we've cleared Pius's chapter, which we'll be skipping right to once I hit yes. And here we are, back at the Chamber of the Ancients' Relics. In this, we choose which ancient pious will serve. This pedestal bears no artifact. Whether one was ever there or not, Pius cannot tell. We can't pick Xel'lotath anymore because we've already dealt with Xel'lotath. As for now, Xel'lotath. I'll see you when we get the bonus videos done. Later, everyone.
Eons have passed since then, and I have learned much. I was once as naive as a child, but now my mind is sharp. With the power of Xel'lotath, I can now read the thoughts of others, and make them raving mad with a mere suggestion. Face me, and you shall surely perish.